Hello everyone, welcome in. Inton! Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I hope you will like all your new Bun emotes. Yeah, the great people gets the founders badges. Yeah, the boogie bun. Yeah, me too. I love it very much as well. Soon we should be getting a Bun hit pad as well. Yeah. I'm just eating the rest of my nuggies. And here you have a book. Oh, I have looked forward to this all week. Oh, yum 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 yum. Oh. Nom nom nom. You being Dutch? Oh my god, that's amazing. That's actually fucking amazing. I hadn't even seen that. Seen that it was a windmill. That's actually great. So yeah, I woke up not long ago. It has been such a long week. Yeah. I had to take a 3-hour nap. Um, Sorry. The nap was very nice. Except people kept on disturbing me. But at least I didn't have to take the task to tonight. So that's nice. Yeah, it's because this Bun likes to make aware of herself. So today we have tea in my Bun cup. 2 seconds. I'm getting a call from someone. Yeah, sorry for that. I just had a call from one of my home guard colleagues because I'm the one in charge of everything we're doing at the moment, so that's nice. Also, hi Grant, welcome in. So yeah, that's a lot. It has been a long week, and now I'm just ready to stay here and just relax with all of you and just have a fantastic evening or whatever time zone it is for you people. But how have you guys and girls, weeks been? Mm. Everything. And now we see who popped in, like 20 minutes in. But yeah, the little troll is still not here. Um, yeah. Ooh, new shoes. Nice. What kind of new shoes? Nom nom nom. Interesting. Oh, yeah, we don't do that anymore in Denmark. Yeah, it is a Danish shoemaker. But at the moment they are in bad standing. some house now. And what is the house? Some house shoes. I'm confused. Hi, Mr. Third. What is house shoes? Is that like something you wear inside your house? Or something like that? Music lagging? Hopefully not. Okay. So, Mr. Thar, I am missing the troll. The trolling Bonbon. What have you done to her? What have you done to the trolling Bonbon? I demand to see her now. Yeah. Like, you type in something in chat, and then the chat says, "Huh, there is a Bonbon on screen saying hi." Yes. Oh, parachute! Everyone get in. We are gonna jump together. Damn it. I also have something else to show you. Come on, everyone, let's drop. Woohoo! So I have something I think both Jin and Mr. Trout wants or thinks is cute. So when we have jumped, I'm gonna show you guys. Wahaha. Woohoo! Thank you for the help, everyone. Wahaha! This one. Yum 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 yum. So, hi, Resin. Hi. Welcome in. Come on, everyone. Let's dance. Stacked around in every door. That's what people back in hate. Wahaha. Easier. Hi, Key. Hi. So, Mr. Thar, what did you think about my little cuteness overload? Oh, I haven't seen them. Yeah. They actually look comfy. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah, I know. But it's hard to have it as a bonbon because that costs me money, and money I don't have, at least at the moment, because my girlfriend is coming in less than 30 days and I need money for her. Well, at least is your feet your heart on while you're in here. Okay. Then we uncover the glasses. Stay. Because now the bonbon can also see what the fuck she's doing. So we came to the middle of the Council of Elrond. And that was chapter 2, called the Council of Elrond. And if you're not up to date, you can always go look at my YouTube to see all of the clips I have done on all the streams I have done until now, so you can actually catch up to the story on there. Hi Sasha, welcome in. So now it's time to get comfy and just stay here for the little reading. At the end of June, I was in the Shire, but a cloud of anxiety was on my mind, and I rode to the southern borders of the little lands, for I had a foreboding of some danger, still hidden from me, but drawing near. Their messages reached me telling me of war and defeat in Gondor. And when I heard of the Black Shadow, a chill smote my heart. But I found nothing save a few fugitives from the south. Yet it seemed to me that on them sat a fear of which they would not speak. I turned then east and north, and journeyed along the Greenway, and not far from Bree, I came upon a traveller sitting on a bank beside the road, with his grazing horse beside him. It was Radagast the Brown, who at one time dwelt at Roscommon, near the borders of Mirkwood. He is one of my order, but I had not seen him for many years. Yeah, Radagast? Yeah, he's nice. I need music. Gandalf, he cried, I was seeking you, but I am a stranger in these parts. All I knew was that you might be found in a wild region with the uncouth name of Shire. Your information was correct, I said, but do not put it that way. If you meet any of the inhabitants, you are near the borders of the Shire now. And what do you want with me? It must be pressing. You were never a traveler unless driven by great need. I have an urgent errand, he said. My news is evil. Then he looked about him as if the hedges might have ears. Nazgul, he whispered. The nine are abroad again. They have crossed the river secretly and are moving westward. They have taken the guise of riders in black. I knew then what I had dreaded without knowing it. The enemy must have some great need or purpose, said Radagast. But what is it that makes him look to these distant and desolate parts, I cannot guess. What do you mean? Said I. I have been told that wherever they go, the riders ask for news of a land called Shire. The Shire, I said, but my heart sank, for even the wise might fear to withstand the nine. When they are gathered together under their fell chieftain, a great king and sorcerer he was of old. And now he wields a deadly fear. Who told you? And who sent you? I asked. Saruman the White, answered Radagast. And he told me to say that if you feel the need, he will help. But you must seek his aid at once, or it will be too late. So, CV, you need to write it exactly as it says. Exclamation mark, take 63 in one. So an exclamation mark first. And then take, and then 63. Also, hi Stevie. Welcome in. Without the space, Stevie. Without the space. All in one word. Nice. Now Stevie have his first patate. Oh, that is mine. Well, we are just nice humans. No, oh, sorry, not nice humans, because humans are not nice. Oh, Miss Death Heart, nice. That was a nice one, Miss Death Heart. No, I like being a nice bun to pick up everything that especially you drop. Will Stevie hit it? Will Stevie hit it? He actually hit it! Woohoo! Aw, don't feel left out, Jinbon. You are a very good bun in this community. Very good bun. Hey, I'm not having fun with the bushes with anyone. At the moment, at least. I'm just having fun with everyone. And that message brought me hope. For Saruman the White is the greatest of my order. Radagast is of course a worthy wizard, a master of shapes and changes of hue, and he has much lore of herbs and beasts, and birds are especially his friends. But Saruman has long studied the arts of the enemy himself, and thus we have often been able to forestall him. It was by the devices of Saruman that we drove him from Dol Guldur. It might be that he had found some weapons that would drive back the Nine. I will go to Saruman, I said. Then you must go now, said Radagast. For I have wasted time in looking for you, and the days are running short. I was told to find you before midsummer, and that is now here. Even as you set out from this spot, you will hardly reach him before the Nine discover the land that you seek. I myself shall turn back at once. And with that, he mounted and would have ridden straight off. Stay a moment, I said. We shall need your help, and the help of all things that will give it. Send out messages to all the beasts and birds that are your friends. Tell them to bring news of anything that bears on this matter to Saruman and Gandalf. Let messages be sent to Orthanc. I will do that, she said, and rode off as if the Nine were after him. I could not follow him then and there. I have ridden very far already that day, and I was as weary as my horse, and I needed to consider matters. I stayed the night in Bree, and decided that I had no time to return to the Shire. Never did I make a greater mistake. However, I wrote a message to Frodo and trusted to my friend the innkeeper to send it to him. I rode away at dawn, and I came at long last to the dwelling of Saruman, that is far south in Isengard, in the end of the Misty Mountains, not far from the Gap of Rohan. And Boromir will tell you that that is a great open vale that lies between the Misty Mountains and the northmost foothills of the Eret Nimraz, the white mountains of his home. But Isengard is a circle of sheer rocks that enclose a valley as with a wall, and in the midst of that valley is a tower of stone called Orthanc. It was not made by Saruman, but by the men of Numenor long ago, and it is very tall and has many secrets. Yet it looks not to be a work of craft. It cannot be reached safe by passing the circle of Isengard, and in that circle there is only one gate. Late one evening I came to the gate, like a great arch in the wall of rock, and it was strongly guarded. But the keepers of the gate were on the watch for me and told that Saruman awaited me. I rode under the arch, and the gate closed silently behind me, and suddenly I was afraid, though I knew no reason for it. But I rode to the foot of Orthanc, and came to the stair of Saruman, and there he met me, and led me up to his high chamber. He wore a ring on his finger. "So you have come, Gandalf," he said to me gravely, but in his eyes there seemed to be a white light, as if a cold laughter was in his heart. "Yes, I have come," I said. "I have come for your aid, Saruman the White," and that title seemed to anger him. "Have you indeed, Gandalf the Grey?" he scoffed. "For aid? It has seldom been heard of that Gandalf the Great sought for aid. One so cunning and so wise, wandering about the lands, and concerning himself in every business, whether it belongs to him or not." I looked at him and wondered. "But if I am not deceived," said I, "things are now moving which will require the union of all our strength." "That may be so," he said, "but the thought is late in coming to you. How long, I wonder, have you concealed from me, the head of council, a matter of greatest importance? What brings you now from your lurking place in the Shire?" "The Nine has come forth again," I answered. "They have crossed the river." So Radagast said to me. "Radagast the Brown?" laughed Saruman, and he no longer concealed his scorn. "Radagast the Bird Tamer? Radagast the Simple? Radagast the Fool?" Yet he had just wit to play the part that I set him. "For you have come, and that was all the purpose of a message. And here you will stay, Gandalf the Grey, and rest from journeys. For I am Saruman the Wise, Saruman Ringmaker, Saruman of many colors." I looked then and saw his robes, which had seemed white, were not so, but were woven of all colors. If he moved, they shimmered and changed hue, so that the eye was bewildered. "I like the white better," I said. "White?" he sneered. "It serves as a beginning. White cloth may be dyed, the white page can be overwritten, and the white light can be broken. In which case, it is no longer white," said I. "And he that breaks a thing to find out what it is has left a path of wisdom. You need not speak to me as to one of the fools that you take for friends," he said. "I have not brought you hither to be instructed by you, but to give you a choice." He drew himself up then and began to declaim, as if he were making a speech long rehearsed. "The elder days are gone. The middle days are passing. The younger days are beginning. The time of the elves is over, but our time is at hand. The world of men which we must rule. But we must have power to order all things as we will, for that good which only the wise can see. And listen, Gandalf, my old friend and helper," he said, coming near and speaking now in a softer voice. I said "we," for we it may be, if you will join with me. A new power is rising. Against the old allies and policies will now avail us at all. There is no hope left in elves or dying Numenor. This then is one choice before you, before us. We may join with that power. It would be wise, Gandalf. There is hope that way. Its victory is at hand, and there will be rich reward for those that aid it. As the power grows, its proved friends will also grow, and the wise, such as you and I, may with patience come at last to direct its course, to control it. We can bide our time, we can keep our thoughts in our hearts, deploying maybe evils done by the way, but approving the high and ultimate purpose, knowledge, rule, order, all the things that we have so far striven in vain to accomplish, hindered rather than helped by our weak or idle friends. There need there would not be any real changes in our designs, only in our means. Saruman, I said, I have heard speeches of this kind before, but only in the mouth of emissaries sent from Mordor to deceive the ignorant. I cannot think that you brought me so far only to weary my ears. He looked at me sidelong and paused a while considering. Well, I see that this wise course do not commend itself to you, he said. Not yet. Not if some better way can be contrived. He came and laid his long hand on my arm. And why not, Gandalf? He whispered. Why not? The ruling ring? If we could command that, then the power would pass to us. That is in truth why I brought you here. For I have many eyes in my service, and I believe that you will know where this precious thing lies now lies. Is it not so? Or why do the nine ask for the Shire, and what is your business there? As he said this, a lust which he could not conceal shone suddenly in his eyes. Saruman, I said, standing away from him, only one hand at a time can wield the one, and you know that well. So do not trouble to say we. I will not give it, nay, I will not give even news of it to you, now that I learn your mind. You were head of the council, but you have unmasked yourself at last. Well, the choices are, it seems, to submit to Sauron or to yourself. I will take neither. Have you others to offer? He was cold now and perillous. Yes, he said. I did not expect you to show wisdom, even in your own behalf. But I gave you the chance of aiding me willingly, and so saving yourself much trouble and pain. Third choice is to stay here until the end. Until what end? Until you reveal to me where the one may be found. I may find means to persuade you, or until it is found in your despite, and the ruler has time to turn to lighter matters, to devise, say, a fitting reward for the hindrance and insolence of Gandalf the Grey. That may not prove to be one of the lighter matters, said he. He laughed at me, for my words were empty, and he knew it. They took me, and they set me alone in the pinnacle of Orthanc, in a place where Saruman was accustomed to watch the stars. There is no decent save by the narrow stair of many thousand steps, and the valley below seemed far away. I looked on it and saw that whereas it had gone green and fair, it was now filled with pits and forges. Wolves and orcs were housed in Isengard, for Saruman was mustering a great force on his own account, in rivalry of Sauron and not in his service yet. Over all his works a dark smoke hung, and wrapped itself about the sides of Orthanc. I stood alone on an island in the clouds, and had no chance of escape. And my days were bitter. I was pierced with cold, and I had but little room in which to pace to and fro, brooding on the coming of the riders to the north. Brains? Are you saying you're gonna eat people? Well, it's no loss. Nah, you didn't. Your ears must be deceiving you. Oh, everyone jump in. Let's go. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it, drop. Oh, that's cute. It's 53, Stevie. 53. Nice. Let's see if we can get into the bush. Into the bush. Into the bush. Come on, everyone. Let's jump into the bush. Push, 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 push. Oh my god, Earthling is just aggressive today. Oh, and a nice support from Stevie, and Miss Deathheart is being alone in the bush. What are you doing in the bush? God damn it, Miss Deathheart. That is a great idea. Let's hide in the bush and eat second breakfast. Yes, that is the great idea. With the butts out? Well, as a pun, I'm not wearing clothes. Oh yeah, you guys need to see um what the amazing May drew of a bun. There we go. What the fuck is this? Isn't it amazing? Yeah, I love it. I think it's very, very nice. She also drew another one, and that is this one. A farming bonbon. Yeah, I love this one. Humans? What is humans? Is it something you can kill? Just making it all squirt all over the place. But yeah, the farming bonbon is also nice. Yeah, I think I need to make that yawn commander or command. I'm thinking if I should make a yawn command for chat and one for me. Big Bun. Watching you. Watching you. That's what they all say, Earthling. Nom 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 nom. Hey, how did you turn? Don't turn that on me. There we go. Nom. Okay, how many pages do we have left? Okay, we have 14 pages left. No, we have already done, I think it's 7. Maybe more. I can't fucking remember. Maybe I should have like a stand for my book where it has something over here to like hold the pages, and then I can just flip. That could be nice. My eyes are watering now. I just need to get a tissue. 2 seconds and I will be back. Oh. I just showed everyone the bonbons me drew the other day. We love those bonbons. They're cute. Oh yeah, she made you a pingu as well, right? A construction pingu. Yeah, they are. Oh. That the nine had indeed arisen, I felt assured, apart from the words of Saruman, which might be lies. Long ere I came to Isengard, I had heard tidings by the way by the way that could not be mistaken. Fear was ever in my heart for my friends in the Shire, but still I had some hope. I hoped that Frodo had set forth at once, as my letter had urged, and that he had reached Rivendell before the deadly pursuit began. And both my fear and my hope proved ill-founded. It's fine, Pingu. Thank you for coming in. For my hope was founded on a fat man in Bree, and my fear was founded on the cunning of Sauron. But fat men who sell ale have many calls to answer, and the power of Sauron is still less than fear makes it. But in the circle of Isengard, trapped and alone, it was not easy to think that the hunters before whom all have fled and fallen would falter in the Shire far away. I saw you, cried Frodo. You were walking backwards and forwards. The moon shone in your hair. Gandalf paused astonished and looked at him. It was only a dream, said Frodo, but it suddenly came back to me. I had quite forgotten it. It came some time ago, after I left the Shire, I think. Then it was late in coming, said Gandalf. As you will see, I was in an evil plight, and those who know me will agree that I seldom have been in such need, or do not bear such misfortune as well. Gandalf the Grey caught like a fly in a spider's treacherous web. Yet even the most subtle spiders may leave a weak thread. At first I feared, as Saruman no doubt intended that Radagast had also fallen. Yet I had caught no hint of anything wrong in his voice, or in his eyes at our meeting. If I had, I should never have gone to Isengard, or I should have gone more warily. So Saruman guessed, and he had concealed his mind and deceived his messenger. It would have been useless in any case to try and win over the honest Radagast to treachery. He sought me in good faith, and so persuaded me. That was the undoing of Saruman's plot. For Radagast knew no reason why he should do it. He should not do as I asked, and he rode away towards Megwood, where he had many friends of old. And the eagles of the mountains went far and wide, and they saw many things. The gathering of wolves, and the mustering of orcs, and the 9 riders going hither and thither in the lands, and they heard news of the escape of Gollum. And they sent a messenger to bring these tidings to me. So it was that when summer waned, there came a night of moon, and Gwendir the Windlord, swiftest of the great eagles, came unlooked for to Orthanc, and he found me standing on the pinnacle. Then I spoke to him, and he bore me away before Sauron was aware. I was far from Isengard, ere the wolves and the orcs issued from the gate to pursue me. How far can you bear me? I said to Gwarhir. Many leagues, said he, but not to the ends of the earth. I was sent to bear tidings, not burdens. Then I must have a steed on land, I said, and a steed surpassingly swift, for I have never had such need of haste before. Then I will bear you to Edoras, where the Lord of Rohan sits in his halls, he said, for that is not very far off. And I was glad, for in the Riddermark of Rohan, the Rohirrim, the horse lords dwell, and there are no horses like those that are bred in that great vale between the misty mountains and the white. Are the men of Rohan still to be trusted, do you think? I said to Gwarhir, for the treason of Saruman has shaken my faith. They pay a tribute of horses, she answered, and send many yearly to Mordor, or so it is said. But they are not yet under the yoke. But if Saruman has become evil, as you say, then their doom cannot be long delayed. He set me down in the land of Rohan ere dawn, and now I had lengthened my tale over long. The rest must be more brief. In Rohan I found evil already at work, the lies of Saruman, and the king of the land would not listen to my warnings. He bade me take a horse and be gone, and I chose one much to my liking, but little to his. I took the best horse in his land, and I had never seen the like of him. Then he must be a noble beast indeed, said Aragorn, and it grieves me more than many tidings that might seem worse to learn that Sauron leviates a tribute. Oh, thank you, Stevie. It was not so. When last I was in that land, nor is it now, I will swear, said Boromir. It is a lie that comes from the enemy. I know the men of Rohan, true and valiant, our allies dwelling still in the lands that we gave them long ago. Hey, you are swearing. Didn't you know this is a PG-13 stream? Huh? Nothing could be more far from the truth. Oh my god, Stevie. This is fucking amazing. How did you know I loved bamboo? Then the question is, oh, they also deliver to my place. Nice. I must buy on Tuesday, I think. Yeah. I appreciate that, Stevie. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. Ah, that's not thing. Um, the shadow of Mordor lies in distant lands, answered Aragorn. Saruman has fallen under it. Rohan is beset. Who knows what you will find there if you ever return? Not this, at least, said Boromir. No, I really appreciate it. Really, I appreciate it very much. And it's no worries to anyone. If you step over the mark, I will say it. So no worries. There we go. So, not this at least, said Boromir. That they will buy their lives with horses. They love their horses next to their kin, and not without reason, for the horses of the Riddermark come from the fields of the north, far from the shadow, and their race, as that of their masters, it descended from the 3 days of old. True indeed, said Gandalf, and there is one among them that might have been folded in the morning of the world. The horse of the Nine cannot vie with them. Tireless, swift as the flowing wind, Shadowfax they called him. By day his coat glistened like silver, by night it is like a shade, and he passes unseen, light in his footfall. Never before had any man mounted him, but I took him and tamed him, and so speedily he bore me that I reached the Shire when Frodo was on the Barrow Downs, though I set out from Rohan only when he set out from Hobbiton. But fear grew in me as I rode. Ever as I come north, I heard tidings of the riders, and though I gained on them day by day, they were ever before me. They had divided their forces, I learned. Some remained on the eastern borders, not far from the Greenway, and some invaded the Shire from the south. I came to Hobbiton, and Frodo had gone. But I had words with the old Gamgee. Many words, and few to the point. He had much to say about the shortcomings of the new owners of Backend. I can't abide changes, said he. Not at my time of life. And least of all, changes for the worst. Changes for the worst, he repeated many times. Worst is a bad word, I said to him, and I hope you do not live to see it. But amidst his talk, I gathered at last that Frodo had left Hobbiton less than a week before, and that a black horseman had come to the hill the same evening. Then I rode on in fear. I came to Buckland and found it in uproar, as busy as a hive of ants that had been stirred with a stick. I came to the house at Quick Hollow, and it was broken open and empty. But on the threshold there lay a cloak that had been Frodo's. Then for a while hope left me, and I did not wait to gather news, or I might have been comforted. But I rode on the trail of the riders. It was hard to follow, for it went many ways, and I was at a loss. But it seemed to me that one or two had ridden towards Bree, and that way I went. For I thought of words that might be that might be said to the innkeeper. Butterbur, they call him, thought I. If this delay was his fault, I will melt all the butter in him. I will roast the old fool over a slow fire. He expected no less, and when he saw my face, he fell down flat and began to melt on the spot. What did you do to him? Cried Frodo in alarm. He was really kind to us and did all that he could. Gandalf laughed. Don't be afraid, he said. I did not bite, and I barked very little. So overjoyed was I by the news that I got of him, when he stopped quaking, that I embraced the old fellow. Had it had happened, I could not then guess, but I learned that you had been seen in Bree the night before, and had gone off that morning with Strider. Strider, I cried, shouting for joy. Yes, sir, I'm afraid so, sir, said Butterbur, mistaking me. He got at them in spite of all that I could do. They took it up with him. They behaved very queer at the time they were here. Witful, you might say, as fool, thrice worthy and beloved Barleyman, said I. It's the best news I have had since midsummer. It's worth a gold piece at least. May your beer be laid under an enchantment of surprising excellence for 7 years. Said I. Now I can take a night's rest, for since I have forgotten then. So I stayed there that night, wondering much what had become of the riders, for only of two had there yet been any news in Bree, it seemed. But in the night we heard more. 5 at least came from the west, and they threw down the gates and passed through Bree like a howling wind, and the Bree folk are still shivering and expecting the end of the world. I got up before dawn and went after them. I do not know, but it seems clear to me that this is what happened. Their captain remained in secret away south of Bree, while 2 rode ahead through the village, and 4 more invaded the Shire. But when these were foiled in Bree and at Crick Hollow, they returned to the captain with tidings, and so left the road unguarded for a while, except by their spies. The captain then sent some eastward straight across country, and he himself with the rest rode along the road in great wrath. I galloped to Weathertop like a gale, and I reached it before sundown on my second day from Bree, and they were there before me. They drew away from me, for they felt the coming of my anger, and they dared not face it while the sun was in the sky. But they closed round at night, and I was besieged on the hilltop, in the old ring on Amansul. I was hard put to it indeed. Such light and flame cannot be seen on Weathertop since the war beacons of old. 2 seconds. I just need to reply to a text message. Oh, no, it's my mom. She's doing all kinds of fucking things. 2 seconds, then I'm back. Hi, Lothriel. 2 seconds, and then I'm back. Yeah, fuck Netflix. Even with my own phone, I can't even go out of my home and watch Netflix on my phone. It's so dumb. You need to have Wi-Fi to be able to use your phone outside of your home with Netflix. So yeah, it's good that I don't use that anymore. Well, let's get on with the story. At sunrise, I escaped and fled towards the north. Miss Deathheart, are you really using all of your points on my life on my laugh? Well, let's grab your parachute and jump out into the world. How the fuck do you have so many points? That's weird. Keyboard not working. Mine. Wahaha. Come on, everyone, let's drop. Woohoo! Drop it! Come on, everyone, let's drop it. Woohoo! 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 Woo! So it seems like the thrill is gonna hit the bush. Hit the bush. Yes, you hit the bush. Push, 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 push. Nice. At least one of us did. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Well, the wall needs hugs as well sometimes. So that is not a bad thing. Well, imagine actually being a wall. You will never get a hug in your lifetime. All people will do to you is just bang you and drill you. Well, now that I'm saying it, it doesn't actually seem that bad. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. Hi, Jomi. Hi. Oh, ow. Eh. How? It began to hurt like right inside here. That was very, very unpleasant, to be honest. Nom, 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 nom. Well, to me, what do I usually say to you? What is the thing which is most important to me? No. That is not it. It is that you take care of yourself before and foremost. Everyone else can wait. Just remember to take care of yourself. Or else the bonbon will judge you. Judge you. Well, I just want people to take care of themselves. Because in this world, we really aren't taking enough care of ourselves. Um, and that I think is actually very sad. Because we have grown a world where we actually put everyone else in front of ourselves. Even if it's gonna cost us everything, like our mental health, our physical health, and it's just not worth it, at least in my opinion. There are some greedy fucks and narcissists out there which think I'm wrong, of course. But sometimes you just need to put yourself first. And then just look at everyone else and say, fuck you. So, by the way, Sumi, I saw that you posted a little teaser on Instagram. Because I saw a headpad bun bun. Mm-hmm. Eh. So it's a representation of me, I hear. Eh. Okay, we have 8 pages left and about 30 minutes. Distunningly. Yeah, it's amazing. It was impossible to find you, Frodo, in the wilderness, and it all would. And it would have been folly to try with all the 9 at my heels. So I had to trust to Aragorn. But I hoped to draw some of them off, and yet reach Rivendell ahead of you and send out help. 4 riders did indeed follow me, but they turned back after a while, and made for the fort, it seems. That helped me a little, for there were only 5, not 9, when your camp was attacked. Yeah, I'm only hands and a voice. Yes, 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 yes. I reached here at last, by a long hard road up to the Horwell and through the Edelmoors and down from the north. It took me nearly 15 days from Weathertop, for I could not ride among the rocks of the Trollfells, and Shadowfax departed. I sent him back to his master, but a great friendship has grown between us, and if I ever have a need, he will come at my come at my come at my what? Come at my call. But so it was that I came to Rivendell only 2 days before the ring, and news of its peril had already been brought here, which proved well indeed. And that, Frodo, is the end of my account. May Elrond and the others forgive the length of it. But such a thing has not happened before, that Gandalf broke trust, and did not come when he promised. An account to the Bringbearer of so strange an event was required, I think. Well, the tale is now told, from first to last. Here we all are, and here is the ring. But we have not yet come any nearer to our purpose. What shall we do with it? There was a silence, and at last Elrond spoke again. This is grievous news concerning Saruman, he said, for we trusted him, and he is deep in all of our counsels. It is perilous to study too deeply the arts of the enemy, for good or for ill. But such falls and betrayals, alas, have happened before. Of the tales that we have heard today, the tale of Frodo was most strange to me. I have known few hobbits, saith Bilbo here, and it seems to me that he is perhaps not so alone and singular as I had him thought. The world has changed much since the last was on the westward roads. The Barrow-waits we know by many names, and of the old forest many tales have been told. All that now remains is but an outlier of its northern march. Time was when a squirrel could go from tree to tree, from what is now the Shire to Dunland west of Isengard. In those lands I journeyed once, and many things wild and strange I knew. But I had forgotten Bombadil, if indeed this is still the same that walked the woods and hills long ago, and even then was older than the old. That was not then his name. Eowyn Ben Adar, we called him, oldest and fatherless. But many other name he has since been given by other folk. Fawn by the dwarves, Oral by northern men, and other names beside. He is strange. He is a strange creature, but maybe I could have summoned him to our council. He would not have come, said Gandalf. Could we not still send messages to him and obtain his help? Said Erestor. It seems that he has a power even over the ring. No, I should not put it so, said Gandalf. Say rather that the ring has no power over him. He is his own master, but he cannot alter the ring itself, nor break its power over others. And now he is withdrawn into a little land with bounds that he has set, though none can see them, waiting perhaps for a change of days, and he will not step beyond them. But within those bounds nothing seems to dismay him, said Erestor. Would he not take the ring and keep it there, forever harmless? No, said Gandalf, not willingly. He might do so if all the free folk of the world beg him. But he would not understand the need. And if he were given the ring, he would soon forget it, or most likely throw it away. Such things have no hold on his mind. He would be a most unsafe guardian, and that alone is answer enough. But in any case, said Glorfindel, to send the ring to him would only postpone the day of evil. He is far away. We could not now take it back to him, unguessed, unmarked by any spy. And even if we could, soon or late, the Lord of the Rings would learn of its hiding place and would bend all of his powers towards it. Could that power be defied by Bombadil alone? I think not. I think that in the end, if all else is conquered, Bombadil will fall. Last as he was first, and then night will come. I know little of Eowyn save the name, said Galdor, but Glorfindel I think is right. Power to defy our enemy is not in him, unless such power is in the earth himself. And yet we see that Sauron can torture and destroy the very hills. What power still remains lies with us, here in Imladris, or with Siren at the heavens, or in Lorien. But have they the strength? Have we here the strength to withstand the enemy? The coming of Sauron at last? when all else is overthrown? I have not the strength, said Elrond. Neither have they. Then if the ring cannot be kept from him forever by strength, said Glorfindel, two things only remain for us to attempt. To send it over the sea, or to destroy it. But Gandalf has revealed to us that we cannot destroy it by any craft that we possess, said Elrond. And they who dwell beyond the sea would not receive it, for good or ill. It belongs to Middle-earth. It is for us who still dwell here to deal with it. Then said Glorfindel, let us cast into the deeps, and so make the lies of Saruman come true. For it is clear now that even at the council his feet were already on a crooked path. He knew that the ring was not lost forever, but wished us to think so, for he began to lust it for himself, yet often in lies truth is hidden. In the sea it would be safe. Not safe forever, said Gandalf. There are many things in the deep waters, and seas and lands may change. And it is not our part here to take thought only for a season, or for a few lives of men, or for a passing age of the world. We should seek a final end of this menace, even if we do not hope to make one. And that we shall not find on the roads to the sea, said Galdor. If the return to Eowyn be thought too dangerous, then flight to the sea is now fraught with gravest peril. My heart tells me that Sauron will expect us to take the western way when he learns what hath befallen. He soon will. The nine have been unhorsed indeed, but that is but a respite. Ere they find new steeds and swifter. Only the warning might of Gondor stands now between him and a march in power. Along the coast in the north, and if he comes a sailing the White Tower and the havens, hereafter the elves may have no escape from the lengthening shadows of Middle-earth. Long yet will that march be delayed, said Boromir. Gondor wanes, you say, but Gondor stands, and even the end of its strength is still very strong. And yet its vigilance can no longer keep back the nine, said Galdor. And other roads he may find Gondor does not guard. Then said Erestor, there are but two courses, as Glorfindel already has declared, to hide the ring forever or to unmake it. But both are beyond our power. Who will read this riddle for us? None here can do so, said Elrond gravely. At least none can foretell what will come to pass. If we take this road or that, but it seems to me now clear which is road that we must take. The westward road seems easiest, therefore it must be shunned. It will be watched. Too often the elves have fled the way. Now at this last we must take a hard road, a road unforeseen. There lies our hope, if hope it be, to walk into peril, to Mordor. We must send the ring to the fire. Silence fell again. Frodo, even in that fair house, looking out upon a sunlit valley filled with the noise of clear waters, felt a dead darkness in his heart. Boromir steered, and Frodo looked at him. He was fingering his great horn and frowning. At length he spoke. That is extremely inappropriate behavior when you're sitting in a council. To sit and finger your horn. What the fuck, Boromir? I do not understand all this, he said. Saruman is a traitor, but did he not have a glimpse of wisdom? Why do you speak ever of hiding or destroying? Why should we not think that the great ring has come into our hands to serve us in the very hour of need? Wielding it, the free lords of the free may surely defeat the enemy. That is what he most fears, I deem. The men of Gondor are valiant, and they will never submit, but they may be beaten down. Valor needs first strength, and then a weapon. Let the ring be our weapon. If it has such power as you say, take it and go forth to victory. Alas, no, said Elrond. We cannot use the ruling ring. That we now know too well. It belongs to Sauron, and was made by him alone, and is altogether evil. Its strength, Boromir, is too great for anyone to wield at will, save only those who have already a great power of their own. But for them it holds an even deadlier peril. The very desire of it corrupts the heart. Consider Saruman. If any of the wise should with this ring overthrow the Lord of Mordor, using his own arts, he would then set himself on Sauron's throne, and yet another Dark Lord would appear. And that is another reason why the ring should be destroyed. As long as it is in the world, it will be a danger even to the wise. For nothing is evil in the beginning. Even Sauron was not so. I fear to take the ring to hide it. I will not take the ring to wield it. Nor I, said Gandalf. Boromir looked at them doubtfully, but bowed his head. So it be, he said. Then in Gondor we must trust to such weapons as we have. And at the least, while the wise ones guard the ring, we will fight on. Mayhap the sword that was broken may still stem the tide. In the hand that wields it has inherited not only an heirloom, but the sins of the kings of men. Who can tell, said Aragorn, but we will put it to the test one day. May the day not be too long delayed, said Boromir. For though I do not ask for aid, we need it. It would comfort us to know that others fought also with all the means that they have. Then be comforted, said Elrond. For there are other powers and realms that you know not, and they are hidden from you. Anduin the Great flows past many shores, ere it comes to Argonath and the gates of Gondor. Still, it might be well for all, said Gloin the Dwarf, if all these strengths were joined, and the powers of each were used in league. Other rings there may be, less treacherous, that might be used in our need. The seven are lost to us, If Balin has not found the ring of Thor, which was the last, naught has been heard of it since Thor perished in Moria. Indeed, I may now reveal that it was partly in hope to find that ring that Balin went away. Balin would find no ring in Moria, said Gandalf. Thor gave it to Thrain, his son, but Thrain to Thorin. It was taken with torment from Thrain in the dungeons of Dol Guldur. I came too late. Ah, alas, cried Gloin. When will the day come of our revenge? But still, there are the three. What are the three rings of the elves? Very mighty rings, it is said. Do not the elf lords keep them? Yet they too were made by the Dark Lord long ago. Are they idle? I see elf lords here. Will they not say? The elves returned no answer. Did you not hear me, Gloin? Said Elrond. The three were not made by Sauron, nor did he ever touch them. But of them it is not permitted to speak. So much only in this hour of doubt. I may now say, they are not idle. But they were not made as weapons of war or conquest. That is not the power. Those who made them did not desire strength or domination or hoarded wealth, but understanding, making, and healing, to preserve all things unstained. These things the elves of Middle-earth have in some measure gained, though with sorrow. But all that has been wrought by those who wield the three will turn to their undoing, and their minds and hearts will become revealed to Sauron, if he regains the one. It would be better if the three had never been. That is his purpose. But what then would happen if the ruling ring were destroyed, as you counsel, asked Gloin? We know not for certain, answered Elrond sadly. Some hope that the three rings which Sauron never touched would then become three, and the rulers might heal the hurts of the world that he has wrought. But maybe the one has gone, the three would fail, and many fair things will fade and be forgotten. That is my belief. Yet all the elves are willing to endure this chance, said Glorfindel, if by it the power of Sauron may be broken, and the fear of his dominion be taken away forever. Thus we return once more the destroying of the ring, said Eristor, and yet we come no nearer. What strength have we for the finding of the fire in which it was made? That is the path of despair. Of folly, I would say, is the long wisdom of Elrond did not forbid me. Despair or folly, said Gandalf. It is not despair, for despair is only for those who see the end beyond all doubt. We do not. It is wisdom to recognize necessity when all other causes have been weighed. Though as folly it may appear to those who cling to false hope, will the folly be our cloak, and a veil before the eyes of our enemy? For he is very wise, and weighs all things to a necessity in the scales of his malice. But the only measure that he knows is desire for power, and so he judges all hearts. Into his heart the thought will not enter that any will refuse it. That having the ring we may seek to destroy it. If we seek this, we shall put him out of reckoning, at least for a while, said Elrond. The road must be trod, but it will be very hard, and neither strength nor wisdom will carry us far upon. This quest may be attempted by the weak with as much hope as the strong, yet such is often the course of deeds that move the wheels of the world. Small hands do them because they must, while the eyes of the great are elsewhere. Very well, very well, Master Erland, said Bilbo suddenly. Say no more. It is plain enough what you are pointing at. Bilbo the silly hobbit started his affair, and Bilbo had better finish it or himself. I was very comfortable here, and getting on with my book. If you want to know, I'm just writing an ending for it. I had thought of putting, and he lived happily ever afterwards to the end of his days. It is a good ending, and none the worse for having been used before. Now I shall have to alter that. It does not look like coming true, and anyway there will be evidently have to be several more chapters if I live to write them. It isn't a frightful nuance. When ought I to start? Boromir looked in surprise at Bilbo, but the laughter died on his lips when he saw that all the others regarded the old hobbit with great respect. Only Gloin smiled, but his smile came from old memories. Of course, my dear Bilbo, said Gandalf. If you had really started this affair, you might be expected to finish it. But you know well enough now that starting is too great a claim for any, and that only a small part is played in great deeds by any hero. You need not bow. Though the word was meant, and we do not doubt that under jest you are making a valiant offer, but one beyond your strength, Bilbo. You cannot take this thing back. It has passed on. If you need my advice any longer, I will say that your part is ended, unless as a recorder. Finish your book. uh, Finish your book and leave the ending unaltered. There is still hope for it. But get ready to write a sequel when they come back. Bilbo laughed. I have never known you give me pleasant advice before, he said. As all your unpleasant advice has been good. I wonder if this advice is not bad. Still, I don't suppose I have the strength or the luck left to deal with the ring. It has grown, and I have not. But tell me, what do you mean by they? The messengers who are sent with the ring. Exactly. And who are they to be? That seems to me what this council has to decide. And all that is it has to decide. Elves may thrive on speech alone, and dwarfs endure great weariness, but I am only an old hobbit, and I miss my meal at noon. Can't we think of some names now, or put it off until dinner? No one answered. The noon bell rang, still no one spoke. Frodo glanced at all the faces, but they were not turned to him. All the council sat with downcast eyes, as if in deep thought. A great dread fell on him, as if he was awaiting the pronouncement of some doom that he had long foreseen, and vainly hoped might after all never be spoken. An overwhelming longing to rest and remain at peace at Bilbo's side, in Rivendell filled all his heart. At last, with an effort, he spoke, and wanted to hear his own words. as if some other Will was using his small voice. I will take the ring, he said, though I do not know the way. Elrond raised his eyes and looked at him, and Frodo felt his heart pierced by the sudden keenness of a glance. If I understand aright all that I have heard, he said, I think that this task is appointed for you, Frodo, and that if you do not find a way, no one will. This is the hour of the Shire folk, when they arise from their quiet fields to shake the towers and councils of the great. Who of all the wise could ever have foreseen it? Or if they are wise, why would they expect to know it until the hour has struck? But it is a heavy burden, so heavy that none could lay it on another. I do not lay it on you, but if you take it freely, I will say that your choice is right. And though all the mighty elf friends of old, Hador and Húrin and Túrin and Beren himself, were assembled together, your seed would be among them. But you won't send him off alone, surely, master, cried Sam, unable to contain himself any longer, and jumping up from the corner where he had quietly been sitting on the floor. No, indeed, said Elrond, turning towards him with a smile. You at least shall go with him. It is hardly possible to separate you from him, even when he is summoned to a secret council, and you are not. Sam sat down, blushing and muttering. A nice pickle we have landed ourselves in, Mr. Frodo, he said, shaking his head. And that was the end of chapter 2. And also the end of our stream today. So we need to find someone to rate. Do you guys have anyone you want to suggest? It's me saying thank you to all of you for being here. I really appreciate playing. Susa. Susa. Sa 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 sa. Her? Penguin, what is their correct username? Is it Susa Kitty? Yeah, you cannot set links in here. Bye thing. I appreciate you being in here. It's fine, Penguin. But is it Susa Kitty you're talking about? Yeah, let's do that. Piss off. There. And there. Channel. Yeah. Clash raid. Susa Kitty. Need to be sure. Susa Kitty. Yes. Let's go, everyone, and say hi to Susa Kitty. That was wrong because I had changed it to that. So for everyone not subbed, you can use the top one. And for everyone who is subbed, you can use the bottom one to go and say hi to Susa Kitty from me. And I will see you all next Sunday. I might be very, very tired next Sunday, but I will see you next Sunday to another chapter of the Lord of the Rings. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you all. Bye bye.